So consistency is important. Timing is important. Pacing is important. Having a sense of the moments around allowing students to assimilate material, not being driven by content. It's a real challenge, and I think not a threat, but a temptation to move too quickly and to be really content driven. And I think when faculty are up in front of a large group of people, and I mean it's only human nature, you feel more vulnerable, you want to go faster. And I think you've got to fight that, and you've got to slow down. And I think it's a real art to be comfortable with a large group forum. I think you have to be comfortable with yourself. And I remember actually interviewing some 3M award winners about, because I was interested as a young faculty member, what made them awesome teachers. And I asked them about things like clothes, dress, apparel, what they wore, what didn't they wear, what's the signal that they want to send. And I think it's one of accessibility but respect. So often some of my male colleagues would say they always wore a tie, and yet some other colleagues say no, they wanted to dress casually. So I think being cognizant of what you wear is important. Thinking about the message that you're sending in your choice of what you wear. The university forum is one where you would hope that you're given respect by your students by virtue of being their professor. But on the other hand, you don't want the respect to be a barrier. And you need to be accessible to them. So, I mean, I'm happy with students calling me by my first name. And so my attire is sort of casual, as well as, I hope, delivering a message that this is a respectful environment, and I'm actually being dressed for our visit, because I'll often sometimes refer to the lecture time as that special time. It's the real time. This is not the web CT Anna, this is the real Anna. And I really remind them, at great expense, the university creates a forum for them to learn. And I'm that humble vessel whereby some of this learning will happen. So I would like to have that engagement with them. So I do think it is important, and I think the pacing is important, and I really feel consistency is important. And again, my first year experience is always tied to my first year class, and I'm aware that they are desperately in need of some markers or some anchors around consistency and being able to get through the year. So I try to be that anchor for them. And one of the, I think, the drawbacks of large lecture forums and a series of guest speakers is you lose the consistency. I'd like to think that with me, every Wednesday, Friday, 9 to 10 is our special time together. Yes, I'll have guest lectures, and yes, I'll change up the material. I try to make it as relevant as possible. But there's a consistency about knowing I'm going to be there, and it's going to unfold in a particular way. And I'm hopeful that they'll engage with me in that.